Before we get into the video, I just want to tell you guys this video would have been around 40 minutes if I didn't cut it up in parts. So there's not one, not two, but three sniper tutorial videos coming up. If you guys enjoyed this one and you learned something new, let me know in the comment section below, so I know you guys want the second part as well. This is going to be a lot of information coming at you at once, so if something is not really clear to you guys, ask your questions below and I will answer them at the beginning of the next video before we start the next video with the next chapters. So yeah, let's get into the video. Yo, what's up people? And thank you for 1k subscribers on YouTube. It has been like 7 or 8 months since I started uploading IRONSIGHT videos, and we finally reached the point of 1k subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I hope you guys keep up the support, and I will keep up the content. As promised, at the 1k mark, I will release a how to snipe tutorial. And in this tutorial, we are going to talk about a lot of subjects. And with a lot of subjects, I mean a lot of subjects. So grab a pen and paper and be ready to take notes so you can be as good as Roosver in sniping in IRONSIGHT. We are going to talk about the following in this video: the history of sniping. That's just a little joke. It's just how about, as we are going to talk about how I started sniping in IRONSIGHT and what I did to get good. And I'm going to try to explain to you guys how you can get better in sniping as well. Second topic is hardware. After that, the monitor, mouse and your PC. Sensitivity, consistency, loadout, no shortcuts. I'll explain to you when we get there. Combos and game mode loadouts. Keybinds and weapon switches, and holding your breath and timing when to click it in combination with your sprint key. Weapon sway, quick scoping, strafe sniping, hard scoping, close quarter combat versus long range gunfights, small adjustments to the scope while you're aiming down the sights and are already aimed down the sights already, flicks, positioning and training consistency. And every topic is gonna get its own chapter in this video. I hope to keep this video under 10 minutes, but I promise you guys that's almost impossible. So bear with me while we get through this, and let's get into the history of me with sniping in IRONSIGHT, as I started sniping about 7 months ago. Well, it's more like 8 months ago. It was on 5 October 2019, and then I saw someone hitting an insane clip in IRONSIGHT. That was the guy Tyzer. He was quick scoping like I've never seen before in the game, and this was, by the way, before the nerf in December, so there was not a lot of sway involved in the game. And after that I started quick scoping in the game and trying to at least learn to snipe, as I could not snipe consistent enough to make videos about it. And then about 1 or 2 months afterwards, I've made this video. The quality kinda sucks. Let's get it to 1080p. This was about the DSR, and I got pretty good with it, with the sensitivity I had, and I just want to make a montage out of it. It was a pretty good video too. And this is how I started. So it takes about 1 to 2 months of practice and consistency to get where I was at. And after that, you just have to keep practicing to get better at the game, to be honest. So yeah, that's the history. About your hardware, guys, you have to have good hardware. I'm playing on a 240 Hz monitor, and to be honest, it's not really necessary in IRONSIGHT or any other first-person shooter game. 144 or 165 FPS or Hertz on your monitor should be more than enough on 1080p. So if you have a 60 Hz screen, I feel really bad for you, as you will feel and see the difference when you get to 144 Hz. That does not mean you can play well while you play on 60 Hz. If you follow my advice and tricks, you should be able to become a really good player. Next to that, you need a good mouse. you gotta try to mimic the raw input into the game. So there's no delays or no input delay on your mouse to your when you move your mouse and when you see the movement on your screen. So if you don't have a good mouse and it's a cheap €5 mouse, try to get a better one. That should be your first upgrade if you play first-person shooters a lot. If you can't upgrade, just follow the tips and you will get better than you are right now. I played for the past 1 or 2 years with the glorious Master Race Model O. It's the first gen when it just first launched, so it has the thicker cable. But recently I bought the Razer Viper Ultimate. It's a wireless gaming mouse. It's a lightweight gaming mouse and it works pretty good in the game as well. So I have to relearn a lot of muscle memory as it's a different mouse, different weight, and yeah, my consistency is a little bit gone, so I have to practice to get back where I was at. But your mouse and your monitor are the two most important things in the game, and of course your PC has to be able to at least give you around 80 to 90 FPS to have a smooth, buttery smooth gameplay. But if you just cap it at 60, don't use VSync, just as less delay as possible, as that's what's really needed for really good sniping gameplay. For your sensitivity, I have to keep it really short for the sensitivity, as it's a whole different video. How to find your sensitivity, how to practice your sensitivity, and how to know what sensitivity is good for you. But there are a lot of videos out there with clickbaity titles like get the aim of Shroud, or I don't know, something else, become a pro in the game. You can watch those videos and see what they say, but I followed one simple trick. It's not really simple, but it takes a lot of time and patience. I used to play on 800 DPI with a 7 in-game sensitivity. After that I dropped it to 400 DPI with 3.5 in-game sensitivity. I've made videos about them as well. Now I play at 400 DPI and 6 in-game sensitivity, as it just feels better for me. I would advise you guys to try a high sensitivity for a week or two and try a low sensitivity for a week or two and see what you like more. They have different advantages to it. Lower sensitivity makes you more accurate, but you won't be able to move as fast and turn around as fast as a high sensitivity player. And a high sensitivity player has good mobility, can dodge bullets better and hit crazy flicks. But if you're not practiced well enough with high sense, you will lose a lot of bullets. Or at least you will lose your accuracy in the game. So try to go in the middle, and if you hit your shots with your current sensitivity, just keep it at it for sniping as well. Keep it consistent around every weapon you use, so don't go switching around your sensitivity, DPI and stuff. What I advise you to do is keep sniper sensitivity at 1, as this affects all weapons when you aim down the sights, so you keep it consistent. As in this game, your sensitivity when you are not ADS and when you're ADS are already different. And I will show you that in a game real quickly, what happens to that. What I will do right now is move my mouse with just my wrist, so I won't use my arm to aim. And if I turn to the left, this is as much as I can go with my current sensitivity. See? It's consistent, so I always know if there's an enemy, I have to move this much, and if there's an enemy, I can flick there and go back. And that gives you the consistency to build muscle memory. But when you ADS with snipers, I do the same movement, it won't go as far as without ADS, as you can see. So important thing to note here is there's already a difference when you're scoped in. The sensitivity is lowered as more you zoom in. And it's different when you're not zoomed in and just hip fire. And that is all I'm going to tell you. Play with low sense, see if you like it. Play with high sense and see if you like it, and get good at both, so you'll master both of the sensitivity types, so you can switch around whenever you want. For the next topic, we will talk about consistency. Consistency is about how your monitor is set up, how you hold your mouse, where your keyboard's at your table, and how you aim and flick, and your sensitivity as well. If you pick a sensitivity, it takes at least 48 hours to get used to it and know the little things in the sensitivity. So if you change your sensitivity and you play a game and you play bad, that doesn't mean the sensitivity isn't good for you. It means your muscle memory is not used to it yet. As we usually play without thinking, so we let our muscles do the work. And when you change your sensitivity, you have to think about your aiming. So what you're doing and how much you have to move your mouse. So give it time if you change things up. And when you found your settings, leave it at that and keep it consistent so you can see if you improve or not with the same sensitivity. And the same goes for your loadout. So if you use a scope, keep using the same scope for the sniper. If you use the skills, keep using the same skills till you get really good. And after you got good or get good, then you can change it up and do switches and do fancy stuff. But till then, keep it consistent. For the loadouts, this is something you guys will be really interested in my opinion. This is my current loadout and I think I will stay with this forever. Why? I found out this works best for me for clips and for gameplay and for sniping and everything I do. This fits my game style or my play style. So you have to find whatever fits you. I will show you guys how I started sniping, as quick scoping was something really important to me. I was using quick aim, I was using marathon, as you sprint around a lot faster, and quick recovery, and a pistol for secondary. But after a while, I found out that quick aim doesn't help much, and I will explain that to you later on, why it doesn't help much. And I died a lot. I hit a lot of snipes, but staying alive was really hard for me. So after a little bit of experimenting, I went to quick reload, as I ran out of bullets a lot, and while reloading I died, as I wasn't fast enough and the sniping reloads take a lot of time. Then someone mentioned to me, use quick switch. Why? Why quick switch? I will explain that to you in a later topic. And I started using double time, as corner peeking with the sniper is really important, as you have one shot. If you miss that shot, you're dead. And after a while, I started using the double time perk, and that kept me alive a lot more often. And this became my standard usage. And before the patch, I already used the Viper scope and the straight pull, as straight pull makes you shoot the next bullet faster, as otherwise you have to wait till the weapon clicks back. And you want to be able to fire your bullets a lot faster back to back. So you can copy this loadout and practice with it. If you do copy this loadout, my point of the previous chapter was consistency. If this does not work for you, stay at it. Don't change it, don't try something else. Keep playing with the same loadout so you get used to it. The reason I am using the Viper scope is before the nerf, it was the best scope ever. It did not have a lot of zoom, you had clear visibility of the enemies, and it was perfect. But after the nerf, they gave it 90% added sway. So when you zoom in with the scope right now, it sways a lot. Let me show you in the custom lobby. As you can see, this is my loadout with the overlap DSR. And when I snipe in, do you see how the sniper goes? Like, how am I supposed to aim like this to the enemies? How do I hit the headshots? Even if I move it fast, after not even a half of a second, it starts moving up and down and left to the right, and it's unpredictable, so you never know where it's going. And exactly when you zoom, you can see the bounce. That's the sway as well. Do you see that? That's really annoying. So keep that in mind when you use the Viper scope. But it's for me the most consistent scope, as I have the most experience with this scope. I keep it consistent and I don't change it up with other scopes. I sometimes do, but I'm at that level. So get to the level first before you try to change it up. So I would advise you still use the Viper scope. Well, I think that's enough for part 1. If I had uploaded the whole sniping tutorial in one video, it would have taken at least 40 minutes or 45 minutes. So I do not want to torture you guys with my voice any longer for this video. And if you learned something new, smash like. If I made a mistake or I missed something, leave it in the comment section below and I'll take it up in the intro of the next video. And yeah, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys tomorrow in part 2. Peace.